Hey, it's Korinn. Welcome back to 365 Days of Open Heart Living, Day 13, Admitting. So I felt like I wanted to have this be a topic, and I don't really even remember why. Sometimes I just get on like these thought streams, and then I'll like write stuff down, and then so that's what this is stemming from. I was on whatever thought stream, wrote it down, and now here it is. So I'm just actually gonna read what I wrote down. So, admitting your faults, weaknesses, issues, and mistakes to yourself. It is hard to face ourselves sometimes, but in letting yourself see your issues, your weaknesses, your faults, your mistakes, and letting yourself truly see them, you open up your awareness to not living in an illusionary life where you are actually crippled to growing because you feel you need to protect your ego. But instead, through admitting faults, weaknesses, issues, and mistakes, you're actually leaning into a life of mastery where you can grow beyond your ego's bindings and free your heart to grow in love, to grow in forgiveness, to grow in acceptance for yourself. So, yes, there is freedom in admitting, because the things you don't admit hold you captive. So, in letting them out, you set yourself free. Admitting. I think it's good. I think it's healthy for us to have a space where we can come to, where we can self reflect and let ourselves be vulnerable to ourselves and seeing the places where we're shitty or where we're lacking or where we're not showing up good enough for other people, or sometimes where we're not showing up good enough for ourselves, where we're letting others take advantage or steamroll us, or where we're just giving too much of ourselves, being too kind, being too willing to accommodate other people, or when it's the opposite, when we're being unwilling to accommodate others, when we're being stubborn and we're being assholes. We all have those moments. We are all human. But if we just keep living unconsciously in the patterns of being closed down and not admitting like how we truly are to ourselves, there's no space for growth. You're not going to go anywhere. So today's going to be a little bit different because we'll probably connect in with the breath some, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to like close my eyes and just free flow whatever meditation this is going to look like today, as far as connecting, helping you to connect with yourself and admitting your faults, weaknesses, issues, challenges, the things that are keeping you stuck that you're not letting yourself see. Before we get into today's meditation, I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen, because as I'm guiding you through what's coming, and this was an afterthought, so I'm popping this back in, but what I'm guiding you through, I want you to write down your thoughts. It's very important today that you take the time to pause the video when you need to, or take the time to write down your thoughts as they're coming. So please do that now. I want you to go ahead and close your eyes and just relax. Relax your body. Let your shoulders relax. Let the place of where you're sitting, let your body relax into that space. Relax your lungs as you breathe. and feel that breath to center you. And now I want you to just simply ask yourself, what is it that I'm not seeing that I need to admit to myself? And follow your guidance, your inner guidance, as it unfolds in answering. What do I need to see that I'm not seeing, that I need to admit to myself? What am I not seeing that I need to admit to myself? What is a weakness that I have that I need to admit to myself? What is a fault or an issue that I have that I need to admit to myself? What is a mistake that I've made that I need to admit to myself? As you look in your heart, just know that you are activating your heart's innate capacity to heal and its openness. So don't be afraid to look in your heart, to feel your wrongs, your mistakes, your issues, weaknesses, and faults, because they all really do have purpose. And their purpose is in shining a light on them so you can be more self-aware of how you are living in your life, and then step into being a better version of yourself by learning from those aspects of yourself that are hard to face. They're really a gift to you, not to turn away from, but to look towards and see and admit. Because remember, the things you don't admit hold you captive. And then letting them out, yourself or to another person in your life, you set yourself free. Take a few more deep, relaxing breaths. Feel how you feel right now in this moment. And open your eyes. So with admitting to yourself, you may have noticed this in your inner dialogue, that when you admit something to yourself, it doesn't just hang in the air. But when you admit something to yourself, that's when the opening comes. Because when you see it, then the wheels start rolling of what you can do about it. What insight does this lend that will help you to change, to make an impact in your life or in those lives of others, if there's been mistakes that you have made against other people? What impact does admitting and awareness make to you in your life? That's the true gift and the openness of the heart, and the courage to look within yourself and admit the things that are not going well. There's power in that, your inner power. So take that, take the list that you've written down today, and just reflect on it. Come back to it. Come back to it at least once, okay? If not more, come back to it at least once. So it's not just done and gone and forgotten about. Come back to it at least once so that you can look at it again, look at yourself, look at those answers that came forward within you, so that you can be constructive in using them to help yourself, to lift yourself up, to lift the people up around you, and to then have other things to shift into, to having better things to admit about yourself. And maybe in admitting things to yourself, you found that the weakness did lead to strength, or the issue did lead to having a way to resolve it, or the mistake opened up awareness in hearts so that healing, that innate healing of the heart, could do its job. One last thing that I want to say is that don't forget that all of your wrongs are mixed in with all of your rights, that you are completely human, and we all are. So those faults, weaknesses, limitations, challenges, issues, mistakes, everybody has them. And in our humanness, we are given the power to create differently, to see and be in a different way. And the gift of meditation is self-awareness. And now you have a really nice list to self-reflect on. So I encourage you, keep living your heart. Also, I just want to say that I did change up where I am in my garden because I wanted to show off my frog. My grandma Slinker always had a frog in her garden, and she said it's because a frog in your garden brings good luck. So my prayer for you is that today the energy of the frog, the presence of the lucky frog in the beautiful garden, speaks to you in your heart subliminally, and knowing that admitting all of these things that maybe weren't comfortable, that maybe were tough, really is opening to beauty and luck in your life from your heart. See you later.